What's up again, everybody? Before we get to the video, I have two things to talk about today. The first thing is that we officially hit 1,500 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is amazing. That was my end goal for like the end of the year. My goal for this year was to hit 1,500 subscribers by December. We hit it by the end of April. I guess technically like the first day of May is when we hit it. So that's pretty amazing. Now I have to reset all the goals. So you guys are amazing and awesome and made me do more legwork. So I got to come up with new goals. Thing number two, definitely keep your eyes out. I guess this is technically thing number 2 of 3, yeah. Keep your eyes out for a video later this week about a giveaway. We're gonna do a 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I've got some cool things planned and some cool thoughts that I want to put out there and see what you guys think about the pricing that I'm gonna give away. But you have to keep your eyes out for that because I'm gonna explain all of that in a separate video. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you probably won't get notified of that. So you should probably hit that little subscribe button, and then you'll get a little pop-up that'll say, hey, come get in on this giveaway. Okay, thing number 3. I know I said there were 2, but now there's 3. I wanted to preface what we're about to do. We're going to talk all about the character Angela from the new upcoming Avengers Infinity Gauntlet Draft Pack set. God, that's a mouthful. Okay, we're going to talk about all 3 cards. We know what the common looks like. If you haven't seen the spoiler, you're about to. But we don't know the uncommon and rare. Except you're about to if you watch this video. We're about to spoil both the uncommon and the rare version. And we're not going to do it just with me. We're going to do it with Ryan Slater. If you don't know who Ryan Slater is, you can check him out over at CR Game Room, the YouTube channel. They do Dice Masters stuff. They do Magic the Gathering stuff. They have a really cool Twitch channel where they play a bunch of old like arcade games, which is pretty awesome. He does all the back-end stuff, hardware and software for them, and he's also the responsible party for all the hardware and software for the World Championships of Dice Masters that we did last year. So if you watched any of that on this channel or on Ross Foster's Twitch channel, you can thank Ryan Slater for all of that, because if you saw it, it's because he put the infrastructure together, and it's because he sat there and pressed the buttons so that you could see the cameras change. Like literally, it's all thanks to him. We just talked on top of his filming of it. So he's an absolutely amazing dude, one of my good friends, a patron of mine. We're gonna hop on and talk about all 3 Angela cards. Take a look.
Ready whenever you are.
Cool. Okay, so I'm probably
hold on. I say that, and now my daughter just knocked on my door. Hold on a second.
Perfect timing. Oh, that's awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's get all this stuff lined back up here.
I love you turned in the chair and like the thing turned with you, and I was like, oh my god, what's happening right now?
Yeah, it's attached to the chair. So if I rotate too far.
Are you ready to talk about cards, Ryan?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's
I'm
do
a little
it.
rusty on it, but let's
do it.
Let's see what I can pull off here.
We're going to talk about all 3 rarities of Angela, starting from the one that we know, which is the common. So walk us through the common.
All right, so we're starting with Angela Demon Hunter, 4-cost Bolt, Guardians of the Galaxy, with a 023, 143, 144. Same stat line as her previous iterations, so it's nice there, just different color die.
Yep.
With the text of, when fielded, deal 1 damage to target Bolt character die, or 2 damage to target non-Bolt character die. Not a massively game-changing effect here, but it's just a good solid field, deal some damage, get hopefully maybe get rid of some low-level stuff on the field or help ping out something bigger.
Yeah, so more often than not, this is probably fielding and dealing 2 to something, because more often than not, you're targeting this with anything other than a Bolt character. If it is a Bolt character, then I guess you're a little bit sad, but with it being a non-Bolt character dealing 2, oftentimes you just find some things that are good to KO at like that 2 break point. So this is not a bad card. I would take this card probably in a draft. What about you?
It would be a wheel pick for me. It's it's not my initial pick out of it. I'd send it around and I'd hope it'd come back to me maybe a little sooner if I'm trying to go off the Guardians affiliation.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too, because there are Guardian synergies in this set. There's like a ton of affiliations in this set. So any Guardian synergies might make you want to pick this a little bit more. Yeah, I'd pick it around that same time. I think this isn't like an amazing card, but it's a pretty decently solid card that you could use for some effect, especially in a draft where people are feeling sidekicks and stuff. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do the first of two unspoiled cards. You have not seen these, have you?
I have not seen these. We decided we want my full-on reaction on screen for everyone. So hit me with what you got.
Okay, here's the first one. This is the uncommon, and you get to read it for us, but you have to read it out loud. Ready?
I have to read it out loud. All right,
yes.
I'm going to go straight for the ability and circle back to the sub-name and all that stuff.
That's fine. Go straight for the ability. The purchase costs and all that stuff we can leave for after. Here is the uncommon.
All right. Well, Angela is active. Ignore your opponent's when fielded abilities. This is a very impressive card if it works the way my brain initially reacts to it. So,
well, what do you mean? This is the old school Madam Mask. It's literally just the old school Madam Mask.
You know, ignoring does, just to verify, ignoring means they don't trigger. They don't go off. So your opponent, fields a card. The when fielded does not trigger. This is, a great card. So to circle back here, we have, Angela.
And good luck.
Odin's,
good luck.
Odin's daughter.
Yeah, I guess it's like Odin's daughter, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm reading off a slightly pixelated screen, so I was hoping I got those letters right. So yeah, definitely. First off, choice between the two. I open my draft pack, and I've got the two of these in here. I'm going this one.
Yeah, me too. For me, I like this card, and I like control pieces like this, and I very much like that it's no longer a villain. Because there was that whole time frame where like villain synergies were crazy and control-y. Yeah, and all of a sudden now we have the same ability back, except now it's not a villain. So it's opened up to a little bit more diversity, which is kind of cool, right?
And again, as we mentioned with the common, she is a guardian, and there's a lot of guardian synergy, brewing here. So
plus it could also play into if you wanted like varied affiliations across your team, if you wanted different affiliations, then this provides that. Or if you're looking just for an affiliation that is sort of off the wall, or just an ability that is just generically powerful, like this one, you have a nice sort of meeting of the minds in both of those effects being on the same card, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We didn't talk about why you sort of selected the Angela card, or why kind of we both came to the same conclusion that we should talk about Angela with you. Tell everyone why Angela.
She was originally created by Seth MacFarlane under the IDW stuff with or Image Spawn. And again, one of those random things that most people don't. She's actually even been in a movie. She was in the Spawn movie, the live-action Spawn movie. She had a bit role in there.
I didn't know that.
So, but when Seth MacFarlane was leaving Image, he fought and got the rights to this character, and as a bit of an FU, brought it over to Marvel and released it on the same month that they did something with her image to truly mess up with it. So. It's I'm a fan of things like that, so.
And within Dice Masters, she's appeared already one time, and you've played her a lot.
I was a very big fan of her first appearance in Dice Masters with her super rare, the Infiltrate team. I absolutely enjoyed the Infiltrate team, and especially when you combined it. I cannot remember the life of me for the basic action where you pay the two masks and remove. Character from the field zone.
I can't.
So you declare
Fury or whatever.
Yeah, you declare all of your your attackers with Angela, because Angela's in the field, they can't block, so your infiltrate damage would normally trigger. You pay the two masks, remove Angela. Now they hit for their actual damage instead of the infiltrate damage. So,
that was the reason that I had kind of assumed or kind of thought of this character for you, because we have played so many times where you just like destroyed me with Infiltrate, like to an nth degree. Like we've played way too many games where you just like infiltrated me to
Infiltrate's one of those fun ones. I like to pull out Infiltrate teams. It's a very strong tactic. It's one of those. Okay, it makes your opponent make bad choices.
Yeah.
They block, then I get to infiltrate and still deal you damage. You let it through, I'm hitting you and doing damage, and I'm a big fan of the, there's no good choice scenarios. So
No, it's not a good time. Okay, well, so let's look at the rare card. You ready?
All right,
the rare card.
Here. What do you got for me?
You haven't seen this card, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I have not.
All right, you ready? You have to read the card text first out loud. Here we go.
Yep.
3, 2,
right.
1, blast off.
While Angela is active, your character dice gain infiltrate. There we go. There we go. So
it's not your
quite as good as the super rare.
It's not your sidekicks. It's not Guardian. It's literally every character die you have just gets infiltrate.
Yeah, this is this is what infiltrate teams love. It's better than the Cable, or was it the Captain America that gave all of your sidekicks infiltrate? Because as you said, this gives everything infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
The only drawback to this, but not an issue for New Modern, because Guardians is not in New Modern, is it's not as powerful as the super rare that,
it's not as powerful as that, but think of how cool this is in the sense that now you don't have to look for infiltrate characters.
No.
You can just pick
you
any
can build
good
an infiltrate team that's not based on infiltrate keywords.
Any good character that you want to use, or any hard to block character that you want to use, can now be an infiltrate character. So you now have a new way to build infiltrate teams. It's crazy that you can just give anything infiltrate while she's out and active. And she's a turn 1 buy. She cost 4. And she's a Guardian. It's with that same stat line. So this is not like you have to reach for it or build onto your team a way to buy this. This is literally just turn 1, I will buy an Angela.
This is a win con. This can become a win con for your team.
And this is a great draft card. This is a great draft card.
Oh, yeah. No, most definitely. If this is in my starting hand, this is very highly probable I'm taking this as my first pick.
It makes a ton of sense, right? Because you can put anything around it. I think it's awesome.
Yep.
Ryan, thanks for hanging out and spoiling these cards for us. You're the one that did all the talking.
Thanks for having me.
It was good. So there it is. There's Angela. What do you think? Which of those 3 is your favorite? Let me know in a comment below. And as always, thanks for watching.